Well, you already know who I am. As everyone else has actually done a little roundup about their bat groups, I feel I should do that as well, although you might be getting BrumBats overload today. Yeah, it's Birmingham in the Black Country, very, very urban area. I think there's about 2 million people. So when I tell you that we have sort of average, is it 40 to 50 members a year? Might seem a very small proportion, but we do reach a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people a year, through the bat walks, talks and different events that we do. We even had a few TV appearances last year from a few people in the group. And we also do a lot of bat care, which Morgan will be talking to you about in a little bit. Contrary to some of the other groups, I think we're mostly a bunch of amateur enthusiasts, but we do have some professional ecologists as well to balance it out. And with that in mind, we started planning on a full atlas in 2012. I remember standing up 2 years ago talking about that. And in a few days' time, we were actually launching it and starting our surveys, so we're quite excited. So what I was going to talk to you in about 3 minutes was how we got to where we're going to start on the 1st of May. We looked at other Atlas projects for bats and also for birds, for the BTO. We looked at different ways of counting them, if we did transects, continuous transects, just counting on spots, should we take in roving records or not, when do we start using the old records that we've got, and what parts of the season should we be taking into account. We were looking at repeatability. Do we need to be scientifically accurate to the degree of someone else could come along in 20 years' time and repeat what we had done? And we agreed that really what we were looking for was presence of bats. We weren't looking at where are bats most likely to occur in the Birmingham Black Country, but where they actually were. So to optimise our survey effort, we chose a particular methodology, which evolved with assistance from the MBMP team at BCT, that our main survey technique would be what's called a timed tetrad visit, and we would then add the roving records on top of those. But as you can see, we've got about 202 full or partial tetrads in our area, and the aim is to visit all of those using this timed tetrad visit method. So I'm going to run through. The idea then is that we're going to do 2 visits over the survey season from the 1st of May to the end of September to a tetrad. And we are picking 15 spots within that tetrad. But what maybe makes it a bit different to other techniques is that we're choosing where those spots are. It's not a random sample, and we're choosing areas where we think they're most likely to find bats. But that doesn't mean that there aren't a few spots in there as well where there might be marginal, might be a bit more urban, a bit more built up, because I know I've seen pipistrelles within a stone throw of the Spaghetti Junction. So looking at here, we're going to do 15 spots. We're going to record for 4 minutes each spot to give us an hour's worth of recording an evening. And this is one that I'm doing for my local area, near Cadbury's World. There we go. So making it happen, we split it into 3 main areas. We've got 3 area coordinators. Morgan's team blue, I'm team green. Pete's in the red team. We've been providing training on methodology and also on how to use bat detectors and how to do the sound analysis afterwards. We have come up with resources as well, so that for people who don't have their own bat detectors or their own recording equipment, they can use ours. We have a dedicated web page. People can sign up on that. And we also have the map of the tetrads on there, and they can see which ones have been taken and which ones are available to survey. So 2014 to 2020, we got 30 plus volunteers for the first year, including all of the committee. This is our pilot year. Next year we're going to be looking at our existing records for a provisional atlas, and next year and onwards we'll be looking at more targeted surveys as well. So at that rate we're looking at 40 tetras a year, which might be a bit ambitious, but I've got the red card now. So right, we've got stuff still to plan, other survey methods, working with neighbouring bat groups like Mike Worcestershire Bat Group, and there we go. Back in 2 years, hopefully, with some results. But if you have any suggestions, if you want to volunteer, if you have any records, then please get in touch with myself. There's Lisa from the Bat Group, Simon, Morgan, Chris and Mike over there, so we'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much.